Would you have time for a couple of questions, Secretary?
I do. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, Gov.
I'm gonna kick it off, then I'm gonna turn it back over to Governor Bryant, and he can walk through the rest of the governors. But let me ask you a question. A recent survey illustrated that 58% of the workforce need upskilling to do their jobs successfully. We also know that prospective workers need more than just skills. They need one-on-one mentoring, coaching, job connections, and sometimes just encouragement. Given these needs, how do you see the U.S. Department of Labor intend to work with states to update federal job training programs to facilitate these supports for our workers here in our states?
Yeah, no, thanks, Gov. I appreciate the question. Let me just give you 4 areas, and then I'll wrap it up with personal experience. I think the president's Build Back Better plan, sector-based training is proven workforce development model that can lead to innovation, which I think is really important. A registered apprenticeship system. President wants to create 2 million apprenticeships, registered apprenticeships. That's on top of new jobs. That's really the opportunity for that, and getting that right, it really can make a huge difference in your states with the people's ability to earn. Community colleges. The one thing that I love whenever I testified in front of Congress a couple of times, and Democrats and Republicans alike all support the community college system, all support workforce development. There's no argument there, and everyone's all about it. I think we have a real opportunity to strengthen our community college system in our country. For 20 years, we really focused on going to four-year college, and what's happened is we have a shortage in craftsmanship, in construction and other areas. So really creating pathways for community college and getting some of these folks that right now are kind of lost in the world, to get them really focused into community college and get them trained in a job where they don't have to go to per se college, but create community college is a good one. And then, the president wants to make investments in career service and wraparound supports. That's really important as well. And I'll be honest, when I was the mayor of Boston, in my 7 years, we were able to create, when I say create or bring into the state, working with Governor Baker, 140,000 jobs in the city of Boston. And we had this in our city, as you know, we have this situation where lots of young people come to our cities from your states to go to school there. And historically, they haven't stayed in Boston. They've gone to Silicon Valley, or they've gone to New York. Now they're staying in Boston. So we have that workforce. But we have this whole other workforce of kids that either graduated from high school from Boston or dropped out of school, and they're kind of just hanging. And it's kind of like they end up getting in trouble, or they might end into the criminal justice system, or they end up in situations. Those are the young people that we can be targeting, because when I talk to these tech companies in Boston, they're saying that the kid doesn't need a 4-year college degree to come work for some of these tech companies. So there's an opportunity here. I really think if we are intentional about it and we do it right, if we don't do it right, then 10 years from now, there's going to be a whole bunch of other governors and new Secretary of Labor on the phone talking about the same thing we're talking about now. But I think we have an opportunity right now to do some good things, particularly coming out of the pandemic.
Well, Secretary Walsh, thank you for that answer, but I couldn't agree with you more. If we don't do something different, we're going to be sitting here at the same table. Somebody else will in our places be discussing the same thing.